Sustainability. We've all considered it, but what does it really mean to live a sustainable life? Is it using paper bags at the grocery store, returning your aluminum cans, composting, using glass containers for coffee rather than plastic, or maybe driving a hybrid car? Sustainability means something a little different to everyone, but it incorporates living within our means as a planet without compromising opportunities for future generations. Hi, I'm Jim Hutchison, Professor of Chemistry at the University of Oregon, and I want to talk with you about sustainability and the sustainable design of materials we use every day. There are three pillars to consider when thinking about sustainability: resource consumption, pollution, and health effects. It is important to consider each pillar as we endeavor to live more sustainably. Resource consumption is the focus of most discussions about sustainability. Simply, our planet has a finite amount of resources that is out of balance with our growing population and lifestyle choices. How do we best use our planet's finite resources? Petroleum consumption dramatically illustrates this issue. Oil is difficult to extract, refine, and distribute, and our global supply is diminishing. Scientists are looking for alternatives to petroleum that are renewable, leading to innovations like bio-based polymers and ethanol derived from plants. While these alternatives offer hope, they are also imperfect solutions because of their energy and agricultural impacts. Each product you interact with uses resources in its creation that can affect whether a product is sustainable. Water and energy are commonly used materials in production. Water is used in the production of everything from the microchip in your phone to the coffee beans in your cup. Now let's talk about pollution. How we dispose of used materials impacts the health of our planet. Products that are not reused end up in landfills. When products are improperly disposed of, rather than sitting in a landfill or being recycled, they can create larger problems for the environment. The Great Pacific Garbage Patch is a giant floating island of confetti-like plastic in the Pacific Ocean and serves as a glaring reminder of the impacts our consumption can have on the environment. One sustainability factor often overlooked is a product's health effect on humans and other animals. A product is not sustainable if it endangers life. Bisphenol A, or BPA, is a component of polymers used to manufacture plastic bottles and the inner coating of cans. Public concerns over its use and government regulation have led to its replacement. Many consumers avoid products and packaging containing BPA.
Part of Snow Peak's mission statement is that we tread lightly on the environment as much as possible, and that's also part of our business. If we don't protect the environment, then we're putting our own activity out of business. So why we use aluminum versus something else is really the longevity of the product. The best way to be green is to not consume over and over and over again. That is the way we want to be environmental, is to produce products that last for a long, long time.
Recycling is a popular way to reduce our use of finite resources on our planet. Anyone who has recycled is familiar with this symbol. The triangle represents a subset of a product's life cycle. When you recycle, you keep a product within a technological loop. This prevents further resource consumption and pollution. Understanding the life cycle is the foundation for sustainable thinking and innovation. Most product life cycles start with raw materials, which are extracted or harvested. These materials are chemically processed and turned into goods. Finished goods are distributed to and used by consumers. After use, the leftover material that is not otherwise repurposed becomes a waste disposal problem. A challenge for sustainable design is understanding a product's life cycle and evaluating the impacts at each point along the way. The goal is to minimize or eliminate undesired impacts. Although recycling is a valuable approach to retain material within a technological loop, Not all materials can be infinitely recycled. The light metal aluminum stays high in the technology cycle as it can be easily melted down and reshaped into new aluminum cans without being degraded.
From product fabrication, the material then becomes a useful product. It's sold to people, people use it, and then people have a choice after that. They can either dispose of it or they can recycle it. So aluminum is a 100% recyclable material, and it doesn't degrade any during the recycling process. You actually save 95% of the energy that you would have used by mining it fresh from the ground. And that's each time you do that. And so you can do that over and over again. So every time you recycle, you are saving 95% of that energy with each turn through the life cycle.
There are trade-offs to consider when examining the life cycle of materials. For instance, reusing a product diminishes its environmental impact, but for a product to be reusable, it has to be durable. When a product is durable, it lasts longer, meaning it will take longer for it to break down at the end of life phase. This is an example of a trade-off that we face when considering sustainable design. A common challenge is evaluating whether the benefits for reuse outweigh the cost of creating a product that persists in our environment. One advantage of a durable product is that its impacts can be spread out across a longer usable lifespan. Consider the differences between a wooden and aluminum boat. A wooden boat may only be usable for a few years, while an aluminum boat will spend maintenance-free decades in the water.
Aluminum holds up so much better to weather and stuff like that as far as its durability. Super light, so it's going to hold up better than wood or fiberglass that other manufacturers are using. A brand new wooden boat might be the similar weights, but aluminum can sit outside in the weather and not have to be covered or maintained yearly, where a wood boat, if it sits outside, the weather's tearing it up. Where aluminum, we can just leave it outside, and because we don't have a place inside to store it, and then it's always ready to run when we need it. We want to get out there and use our boats rather than constantly having to work on them.
Transporting a product to consumers weighs heavily on that product's sustainability. Glass, which is commonly used to bottle beverages, can be recycled and even reused, but it is heavy to transport. This increases its environmental footprint. Aluminum cans serve the same purpose, but reduce distribution impacts due to their light weight. Consequently, aluminum cans have largely displaced glass beverage containers. Some leading breweries are catching on to this and using premium aluminum packages for their beer.
We're doing everything we can to make sure that we're lessening our impact. And with aluminum, it's infinitely recyclable. So once you get that out of the ground, we're dealing with really just the end of the chain. And so this bottle can become a new bottle any number of times. And so it really lessens our impact on the place we live. It's really fun to be able to package our beer in something that is so innovative and like cool looking. You know, they're badass. They're like pop off the shelf. They're really fun. So.
Advancements don't stop with aluminum cans. Scientists and innovators are working on new solutions to help us live more sustainably. As we've seen, by analyzing the product life cycle, there is no one solution for sustainability. New innovations must consider their impacts across the life cycle. Each generation will be faced with unique challenges, but for every problem that arises, we can find solutions. The solutions don't always come from the labs. We all play a role in solving this problem. Sustainability is a key to our future. We've developed some solutions, but there is much more work to be done. Our daily decisions as consumers impact the planet and future generations. You are tomorrow's designers, engineers, and scientists. The groundwork for sustainable design has been laid for you, but we need your creativity and innovation to take this work further.